Welcome to the Direct Line, the official podcast for OADSP. We're excited to have you here with us today, and if you have comments, suggestions, or if you want to join us in studio as a guest, reach out to me at podcast@oadsp.org. I'm David Rustio, and today I'm speaking with Becky. Becky, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
All right. My name is Becky Sharp Porter, and I am the proud mother of 4 children, 3 boys and a girl, and I have 2 grandchildren that are new to the family this year. I have a pet chihuahua and a beagle who are also my children, and I currently reside in Grove City, outside of Columbus, and I have been, here 28 years.
Wow.
Yeah, working at Open Door, which was previously known as Columbus Center for Human Services.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about Open Door.
Well, Open Door has become pretty much a part of my life. I was, searching for something in life, and I was working in a nursing home. And in the nursing home, I thought I wanted to be a nurse. Until I realized that the DON came in and told me I couldn't even curl their hair. I couldn't, make them go to have a family connection, or they weren't able to go to church. They weren't able to do anything they wanted to do. I said, is this really what I want to do with my life?
Right.
And then actually I got written up for coming in on my own time to do individual goals with the patients that lived at the nursing home. Wow. So that day I left. I drove down the road, and I saw a sign at the corner here, where we're sitting actually, that said, want to make a difference. And I had no clue that this field existed, where I was going. And when I walked in the interview, they talked a lot about cleaning. And I'm like, okay, I'll go be a housekeeper for a couple days. It's pretty cool here. So I thought that was my job at first.
Sure.
And then in orientation, when I met the first clients that I was going to serve, they were older ladies. And from day one, I knew that this is where I would be.
Right.
And the staff actually cared to curl their hair. We were allowed to do that. You were allowed to connect them with their family.
Sure.
You were encouraged to take them in the community. And that's what drew me to working here. I never even knew anything about the DD system.
Okay. So your role is a little different than many that work in the field.
Yes.
So what does the chief executive director do for an organization like this?
Well, I think the first thing that you have to do is connect to your people.
Okay.
If you're not connected to your people, that inspire the lives of everyone here. So unlike the typical CEO in this field, you have to be connected from the direct care staff all the way up to management, leadership, and also connected out in the community.
Okay.
First of all. And then you have to have a financial background, which I did not have.
Sure.
And have had to learn that. But you have to have the financial stability, the business acumen, and then most of all, you have to have the passion for the people.
Okay. And how do you show that passion?
Well, here it can be a variety of ways, but I try to get to know every individual and every DSP, every staff that works here in a personal manner, calling them by name from the first day in orientation, making them do a dance first day in orientation. And the dance has kind of a theme behind it. I can't dance, so I try.
I can't either.
And I do this move that's really, really poor, and they all laugh at me. But the point of the dance is to let them know that leadership here will do whatever we ask them to do, number one. So I can't dance, but I will do that if I'm asking you to do it.
Sure.
And you're allowed to have fun at work. In fact, we encourage you to.
Sure.
And thirdly, that if you're here dancing with us, that means you're in our family, and we're here to support you.
Great.
So those are the messages behind the dance. Right, Andrew? Andrew had to dance the first day.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, for our listeners, he lifted his fingers up. So.
Well, hopefully you cut that part out.
Oh, no. No. So what's the hardest part of your job?
I think the hardest part, recently has become all of the challenges with the regulations and things that have changed over the years.
Yep.
I remember back in the day when I was a DSP, we were able to, do community goals, and we didn't have to document 9 million things. And
Right.
we didn't have to worry about some of the same safety issues and such that we do today. So I think regulation has become an issue, over-regulation, and which sometimes takes away from the ability to properly serve the individual in a way that they would think is meaningful. In addition to that, I think it's just been hard with the pandemic and the workforce crisis. And the other thing is just having the ability to actually connect with your people in the time with all of the responsibilities to keep people safe and secure.
Yep. So how many folks do you serve?
Over about 650 throughout the programs.
Okay, and how many staff, all, not just DSPs, but how many folks does it take to support that number?
Around 438 to 483, depending on how fully staffed you are.
So if you were fully staffed, what might that number be?
Probably about 500 now.
Right, yeah. It's hard what organizations are going through right now because we don't have the workforce.
Yes.
And then, of course, then the regulation, like you said, gets in the way of us really doing what we know needs to be done or should be done. So where do you think this organization should be? You're going to be here in, another 30, 40 years?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Where do you think, or where do you see the organization in say, 5 years?
Well, this year, our strategic planning process involves input from the direct support professionals first.
Sure.
And we start our whole process on their input. And their input this year was very interesting. And that was, now that you went and fought the fight for workforce, how are we going to start making a meaningful impact again after the pandemic? So creative things have popped up like the stage and screen because of those types of things during that. And they have this passion for what we call on the go. And I don't know if anybody mentioned that prior to
No one
me.
has.
So the on the go program is kind of innovative in that we've been doing it for a few years now. But we did it as a two-pronged thing to approach not having larger congregate settings, but being out on your own and doing what you want to do in your life, your dreams and goals. But it involves one DSP who has a group larger or smaller than 4, sorry, not larger, smaller than 4 that have like interests. So for instance, we have a history group.
Okay.
Those 3 individuals came together on their own because they're so interested in museums.
Okay.
So they travel all over Ohio and they do ratings on museums.
Oh, neat.
So we have another on-the-go group that's been volunteering, delivering Meals on Wheels
Okay.
and pet food to seniors.
Okay.
And they were the #1 volunteer in Columbus, which is huge.
Okay.
The last 2 years. So the on-the-go group, I think in the future we will be doing lots of those.
Sure.
More smaller things in the community, meaning our staff don't even come to the facility.
Nice.
We pick them up at home. They're in the community all day. They go do what their goals are, and they come home.
Oh.
And by that, we've actually gotten rid of 31 behavior plans already.
Seriously?
Yes. So,
That's remarkable.
and our staff report that they're happier at their job and the individuals are happier with their lives with that one change. So I see a lot of that in the future, smaller, really individualized things going on. And I envision also individuals being at the table for every discussion, every decision here, every policy that's made. We started implementing that this year, and just the progress has been wonderful.
It makes a difference, doesn't it?
It does. They wrote our cell phone policy even.
Really?
Yes, I tried for years.
You just need the right people at the
You
table.
do. You need the right people at the table. And they also have created their own virtual groups now. They have what they call meetups.
Okay.
So WWE is an example.
Oh, sure,
You
sure.
know, but in the past days, it was staff arranging that, preparing it, and saying, hey, do you want to go? Now they're doing it themselves. This past weekend, they met up at Alum Creek Beach. They had a big picnic together, and it didn't involve staff controlling the whole thing. So
Incredible.
I envision that as the future, the individual being at every table and and planning their lives without us interfering.
How nice. How nice.
What a concept.
I know. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
So if there are people out there that might be listening today that if they're considering coming into this field, what would you say to that group?
Please come. No, I would say, if you're looking for meaningful work, you always have a purpose in this field. And your purpose is so much larger than yourself. And the way that it fills your bucket is more than anything else that you could ever experience in your life.
Wonderful.
Maybe not your Chihuahua, but...
Well, Chihuahuas are first.
But I know that sounds cliche, but the growth that I've had because of working with the individuals and what they've taught me in my life, the real values in life have come from them.
Yeah, we get more from the folks we serve than they do from us.
We do.
No doubt, no doubt.
And if you talk about real core values, you'll get them if you hang out with them very often.
True.
Love, care, peace, all those things. Hope. Genuine friends.
Genuine friends? Oh, I love those. I wish I had 1 or 2 or 7. Well, Becky, thank you so much for spending some time with me today and for sharing the Open Door story and
thank you, David.
Inspiring folks to join in. So thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening, and join us next time on The Direct Line.